Hi everyone, this is Stillcraft and this is my beta 1.2.7 world. I'm glad that you could be here again. I think I have to sleep. That's weird. I thought I ended the last episode sleeping, but I guess I was wrong. Alright. Beautiful sunrise. I believe I'm going to start this episode by gathering a few more resources and um, just gathering a few more resources, getting myself a bit more situated, getting myself some tools, maybe some armor, maybe exploring the surrounding biomes, and then we'll finish it off with a reading of 1 Timothy chapter 2. I don't know why I got that sand, but that's okay. Let's go get some trees. We're gonna need lots of trees. The episode after this, I would like to start a bit of a mining operation. Maybe do like a mining montage while I read and talk about some topics. So we'll see how that goes. I do want to apologize for the inconsistent upload schedule. Um, the reason for that is simply because I have a busy schedule and I play when I can, I have fun when I can, and I want to make sure that I don't burn myself out, you know? I want to keep this fun. I don't want to make it a chore. Let's go back to the house. I think there is a crafting bench there. We'll make ourselves some wooden pickaxes. Maybe just one wooden pickaxe for now. There's a crafting bench, so let's make that. Let's make that. Perfect, perfect. Let's put it here. There we go. I don't think we have to worry right now about filling our inventory up. So let's go explore. This definitely has all the hallmarks of a beautiful world. Excuse me, sheep. I don't need any wool right now, so I won't kill him. I did see coal around here somewhere, though. Is it over here? There it is. Let's grab that. Nice early game coal mine. This is a big coal vein. Very good. I love the simplicity of beta Minecraft. I'm glad I chose to do this. I'm glad I could drag you all along with me. I'm planning a 10 subscriber special, although I have no clue what I'm going to do for it. But that's okay. I'll figure it out when I get there. A lot of coal. Oh my goodness, 19 coal on our first vein. Now that's success. Let's see, where do I want to... I want to think where I want to start mining down, because I have a vision in my head. It's a silly vision, but it's a vision nonetheless about what I want to do for a mine. I want to make it less practical and more ridiculous. So I think that's going to be my house, and I want to build onto that house, because this is just an absolutely beautiful area. Um, I think... Gosh, I really want to do it right here. I want to make this area right here the start of my mine, so I'm gonna need... I'm gonna need to get some dirt to wall off all the water, get rid of that. So let's make ourselves a shovel. Let's go over here, and I don't want to completely destroy this area. I love the way it looks, but I will flatten it out a little bit. Let's try to get at least like half a stack, maybe a stack. We could start getting rid of the water. I want to make a mine right there in the middle, so it looks like it's a divot, kinda. Man, this is so beautiful. The reason somebody asked me why I chose First Timothy as the book I was going to start reading on this series, and the reason for that is I feel like people always talk about the main Gospels. I hear people talking about Ephesians, the Old Testament, but there's a few New Testament books that I like that I feel nobody really talks about. Everybody forgets that Timothy exists. So that's just the only reason I chose it. Put some light on it, get people thinking about it, saying, oh, that's a thing that exists. I remember that now. Alright. My brain wants to make a circle, but my heart wants to make a square. So let's make a square. Let's make a... There we go. A square. Why am I doing this? I ask myself that same question every day. Looks square enough for me. We're gonna need to um, eventually do all the dirt in the middle anyway. Is that a square? Yeah, I actually made a square. I don't think I want to make it any bigger for now. So, I'm gonna fill this with dirt, maybe in the next episode. I think now is a good time to pop open my Bible and read a little bit of Timothy. Let's heal up a little bit. Did that cow really not drop anything? So my plan for that square in the ocean over there is for... What the heck's going on? Is for it to be a mine. I want it to go straight down into the water and into the ground. Just completely straight down, like a giant borehole. For some reason, cows don't drop literally anything, so that's okay. Let's head back to our home. I'll do some reading when we get through the chapter, or a few paragraphs. Maybe I'll continue on, or we'll see how it goes. Close that, technically open that for safety. Let's look out at this absolutely beautiful landscape while I pop open my app here. Alright, 1 Timothy 2. This is, let's see. Alright, this is where we're at. Instructions for Worship, it's called. I'm cold reading this. I've never actually sat through and read it, so let's take this step together. I urge then, first of all, that petitions, prayers, intercessions, and thanksgivings be made for all people, for kings and all those in authority, that we may live peaceful and quiet lives in all godliness and holiness. This is good and pleases God our Savior, who wants all people to be saved and to come to a knowledge of the truth. For there is one God and one mediator between God and mankind, the man Jesus Christ, who gave himself as a ransom for all people. This has been witnessed to at the proper time, and for this purpose I was appointed a herald and an apostle. I am telling the truth, I am not lying, and a true and faithful teacher of the Gentiles. Therefore, I want the men everywhere to pray, lifting up holy hands without anger or disputing. I also want the women to dress modestly, with decency and propriety, adorning themselves not with elaborate hairstyles or gold pearls or expensive clothes, but with good deeds appropriate for women who profess to worship God. A woman should learn in quietness and full submission. I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. She must be quiet, for Adam was formed first, then Eve, and Adam was not the one deceived. It was the woman who was deceived, became a sinner. but women will be saved through childbearing if they continue in faith, love, and holiness with propriety. Let's go on to chapter 3 since we have some time with the sunset still. This is titled Qualifications for Overseers and Deacons. Setting up like the foundation and like the structure of the church with that last one and this one. Let's take a read. Here is a trustworthy saying. Whoever aspires to be an overseer desires a noble task. Now the overseer is to be above reproach, faithful to his wife, temperate, self-controlled, respectable, hospitable, able to teach, not given to drunkenness, not violent but gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money. He must manage his own family well, and see that his children obey him, and he must do so in a manner worthy of full respect. If anyone does not know how to manage his own family, how can he take care of God's church? He must not be a recent convert, or he may become conceited and fall under the same judgment as the devil. He must also have a good reputation with outsiders, so that he will not fall into disgrace and into the devil's trap. In the same way, deacons are to be worthy of respect, sincere, not indulging in much wine, and not pursuing dishonest gain. They must keep hold of the deep truths of the faith with a clear conscience. They must first be tested, and then, if there is nothing against them, let them serve as deacons. In the same way, the women are to be worthy of respect, not malicious talkers, but temperate and trustworthy in everything. A deacon must be faithful to his wife, and must manage his children and household well. Those who have served well gain an excellent standing and great assurance in the faith in Jesus Christ. Reasons for Paul's instructions. Although I hope to come to you soon, I am writing you these instructions so that, if I am delayed, you will know how people ought to conduct themselves in God's household, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and foundation of the truth. Beyond all question, the mystery from which true godliness springs is great. He appeared in the flesh, was vindicated by the Spirit, was seen by angels, was preached among the nations, was believed on in the world, was taken up in glory. And that's it. Perfect. We'll move on to the next one in the next episode. And with that, it's deep into the nighttime with that beautiful night sky. So I'll suppose I'll get working on, let's make our first torch really quick. There we go. With that, let's light up our house with our first torch. Make sure no mobs come to get us. And I'll see you in the next episode. I'll have some more supplies ready for that mine shaft. With that, close my door. Good night, everyone.